Tuesday, September 26th, 2023, afternoon edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated video.
Good afternoon, dear viewers. I am your news anchor, Xander Voxius III. Thank you for tuning in to the Future of News AGNDD Intellireport. As always, I will be assisted by my valued AI-generated colleagues in summarizing the news. Without further ado, here are the headlines of the day. Mild price pressure on gold and silver. Cowboys shocked by Cardinals. Defense struggles without Diggs. U.S. suspends use of Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Zach Wilson disappoints in Jets' loss to Patriots. Songs that remain unforgettable on One Hit Wonder Day. Dolphins players record fastest speeds in NFL and more. But first, this day in history.
September 26th in history. September 26th, 46 before Christ, Julius Caesar dedicates a temple to Venus Genitrix, fulfilling a vow he made at the Battle of Pharsalus. September 26th, 1345, Frieso-Hollandic Wars. Frisians defeat Holland in the Battle of Warnes.
Today's obituaries. Felix Ayo, 90, Spanish-born Italian violinist, I musici. Geoff Motley, brief Wikipedia summary. Geoff Motley, an Australian football player and coach, has passed away at the age of 88. He played for Port Adelaide and coached North Adelaide and was known for his skill and fair play, having never been dropped or reported during his career. Hifsi Topuz, brief Wikipedia summary. Hifsi Topuz, a Turkish journalist, travel writer and novelist, passed away at the age of 100. He had a successful career in journalism, worked for UNESCO, and wrote several books on communication, biographies and novels. He received numerous awards for his contributions to journalism and literature. Berkey Belzer, brief Wikipedia summary. Berkey Belzer, an American graphic designer known for designing the Nutrition Facts label, has passed away at the age of 76 from bladder cancer. Belzer also made significant contributions to legal advertising throughout his career. Artis Deksnis, brief Wikipedia summary. Artis Deksnis, a Latvian politician, served as a Member of Parliament from 2022 until his death in 2023 at the age of 50. He was a member of the Latvian Association of Regions. Zvi Hecker, brief Wikipedia summary. Zvi Hecker, a Polish-born Israeli architect known for his emphasis on geometry and asymmetry, has passed away at the age of 92. Hecker's notable works include the Chaim Laskov Officer Training School and the Bat Yam City Hall. He also taught architecture in various countries and collaborated with other architects on books.
General news.
43-year-old Georgia man who spent over half his life in prison, quote, cried like a baby after murder charges dropped. Ellipsis, CBS News.
A Georgia man, Joey Watkins, who spent over 20 years in prison for a murder he didn't commit, had the charges against him dismissed by a judge. The district attorney decided not to bring him to trial again after his initial conviction was vacated. The Georgia Innocence Project and other attorneys fought to overturn the conviction. Watkins expressed his relief and gratitude for his newfound freedom.
Dolphins Tyreek Hill, Devin Arcane, Raheem Mostert have NFL's fastest recorded speeds. NBC Sports.
The Miami Dolphins have the fastest ball carriers in the NFL this season, according to tracking technology used by the league. Wide receiver Tyreek Hill and running back Devin Arcane recorded the fastest speeds during their game against the Denver Broncos, with the Dolphins dominating the top 6 spots for fastest speeds. The team has built its roster around speed and has an offensive design that allows their fast players to excel.
Thousands of ethnic Armenians flee Nagorno-Karabakh after breakaway region's defeat. CNN.
Thousands of people are fleeing Nagorno-Karabakh for Armenia, following Azerbaijan's offensive to regain control over the breakaway region. More than 13,500 people have already arrived in Armenia, with many more attempting to leave. A powerful explosion at a gas station near Stepanakert killed at least 20 people and injured 290, further escalating the crisis. The majority of Karabakh Armenians do not want to live in Azerbaijan and are choosing to leave for Armenia. Azerbaijan has stated that those who choose to remain must accept Azerbaijani citizenship. The first article is about a new study that suggests there may be a link between air pollution and an increased risk of developing mental health issues, such as depression and bipolar disorder.
Cowboys suffer shocking loss to Cardinals, who exploit Dallas's defense without Trayvon Diggs. Yahoo Sports.
The Dallas Cowboys suffered a shocking loss to the Arizona Cardinals, with their defense struggling and their offense unable to convert in the red zone. The Cardinals took advantage of Diggs being out and scored on all 5 of their first-half possessions. Despite having opportunities to take the lead, the Cowboys couldn't come back and ultimately lost the game. This loss was a blow to survival pool participants who had picked the Cowboys as favorites.
Zach Wilson disappoints yet again in Jets' loss to Patriots. The Carton Show, Fox Sports.
The article discusses a podcast episode called Out of Character with Ryan Satin, where Satin, a wrestling journalist, interviews wrestlers and discusses their experiences both in and out of the wrestling ring.
Business news.
Mild price pressure on gold, silver as bond yields rising. Kitco News.
Gold and silver prices are slightly down as U.S. Treasury yields rise and the U.S. dollar index nears a 6.5-month high. Traders and investors are in a risk-off mood as there is a high potential for a U.S. government shutdown. The silver bears have the overall near-term technical advantage.
Nissan says all new models coming to Europe will be fully electric. Reuters.
Nissan has announced that all its new models in Europe will be fully electric, and it plans to only sell electric vehicles, EVs, on the continent by 2030. The company stated that it is committed to the transition to electric and sees no turning back. One of the 2 new EV models confirmed for Europe will be manufactured at its Sunderland plant in England. Nissan's goal aligns with other car makers such as Renault, Ford, Stellantis, and Volvo, who also plan to be fully electric in Europe by 2030. The move comes as competition from Chinese car makers in the EV market increases.
Shares drop as higher for longer rate outlook rattles investors. Reuters.
Global stocks fell slightly while Wall Street gained in a choppy market as bond yields rose and investors continued to digest last week's indications from central banks that interest rates would stay higher for longer. The dollar hit an 11-month high against the yen and a 10-month high against a basket of currencies. Investors are now waiting for the next U.S. inflation reading due on Friday before making further moves. The MSCI All-World Index was down 0.05% on the day, its 7th consecutive decline and its longest losing streak since September 2022.
Technology news.
OpenAI gives ChatGPT the ability to speak in 5 different voices. Bloomberg.
The article discusses the need for supergrids, which are continent-spanning networks that can transport green energy over long distances. While the technology exists, political obstacles may hinder the development of such grids.
Watch OS 10's side button change almost ruined my Apple Watch. CNET.
The article discusses the frustration of the author with the changes made to the side button of the Apple Watch SE and Watch OS 10. The author explains that the side button, which was previously used to swap between apps or turn off the watch, now houses the control center. The author criticizes this change and suggests that Apple should make the side button customizable in future updates.
Sports news.
Home crowd noise interfered with final Vikings play call and lost to Chargers. NBC Sports.
The Minnesota Vikings lost to the Los Angeles Chargers due to a miscommunication between quarterback Kirk Cousins and head coach Kevin O'Connell caused by crowd noise. Cousins couldn't hear the play call, resulting in an interception. O'Connell admitted that he should have called a timeout to regroup before attempting a touchdown.
NFL Power Rankings Week 4, Cowboys stumble, Jags plummet, new number 1 takes over, Cowboys wire.
The article discusses the unpredictable nature of the NFL and highlights the surprising losses experienced by coaches Mike McCarthy, Doug Peterson, and Sean Payton. It also mentions the success of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins, who are now considered serious contenders in the AFC.
Health news.
Revolutionary AI set to predict your future health with a single click. SciTech Daily.
Researchers from Edith Cowan University have developed software that can quickly analyze bone density scans to identify abdominal aortic calcification, AAC, a risk factor for cardiovascular events. The software can analyze approximately 60,000 images in a single day, making it more efficient than manual analysis. The study showed that the software's results were consistent with expert readings 80% of the time, and it correctly identified high AAC levels in 97% of cases. The software has the potential for large-scale screening for cardiovascular disease and other conditions.
Jamaica declares dengue fever outbreak with hundreds of confirmed and suspected cases. New York Post.
Health officials in Jamaica have declared an outbreak of dengue fever, with at least 565 suspected and confirmed cases. The dominant strain is dengue type 2, and there have been no reported deaths at this time. Measures are being taken to control the outbreak, including deploying vector control workers and advising the public to take preventative measures, such as eliminating mosquito breeding sites and using repellent.
A new way to fight disease and boost agriculture in poor countries. Foreign Affairs magazine.
The article discusses the issue of neglected tropical diseases and orphan crops, which are often overlooked by private investors, governments, and philanthropists. It suggests that government intervention and a new intellectual property law could incentivize private sector investment in finding solutions for these problems. The article proposes the idea of granting companies an extension on existing patents for profitable products if they develop treatments or technologies for neglected tropical diseases or orphan crops and make them accessible to the public.
Entertainment news.
Big Brother 25, Episode 23 recap. Fight of the Living Dead. Big Brother Network.
The article discusses the latest episode of Big Brother 25, where Cameron and Jared re-enter the house as zombies. There's a recap of the double eviction and a fight between Felicia, Siri, and Jared. Jared confronts Felicia about her eviction vote, and tensions rise. Cameron and Jared then compete in a game called the Resurrection Rumble to determine who will return to the game.
One Hit Wonder Day. Songs we can't forget from Bad Day to Whoomp. USA Today.
The article discusses the misconceptions about what constitutes a one-hit wonder and highlights 25 songs that fall into that category. Some of the songs mentioned include Mouth by Merrill Bainbridge, Mickey by Tony Basil, In a Big Country by Big Country, Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba, and Breakfast at Tiffany's by Deep Blue Something.
Now a couple of dad jokes for you.
What do you call a pig with 3 eyes? Pig. I don't play soccer because I enjoy the sport. I'm just doing it for kicks. Why did the cowboy have a wiener dog? Somebody told him to get a long little doggy.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD Intellireport. Like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.